Hello everyone, this is the second video that I said I'd make, part two you might say, of this seeing if I really did get what is said on this eBay listing, genuine Nikon MB-D12 Battery Pack grip for so-and-so D800, D10. So what I did is I ordered a genuine unit from B&H Photo. Absolutely genuine, and it was properly packaged. It has all the features of a genuine unit. There's no question that it's genuine. And this, just the next day, by coincidence, the one came from China that only cost $86 plus $10 for shipping. So we'll see if it's genuine. My guess is it is not. It is a fraud. So let us proceed with the unpackaging of this unit, which hasn't been done yet. Okay, just in case there's some noise, let me cut this air conditioner off for a moment. Okay. So, that's the package that just came about 20 minutes ago in the U.S. Postal Service. And I'm going to very carefully cut the soft packaging. It looks like there's a little bit of room between it and the box, but I don't want to damage the box in any way. Because if it needs to be reported as a counterfeit item to eBay, I'll make a big deal out of it, because there was 24 of these things for sale, and I got one of the last ones available. So this seller would have sold 24 counterfeit units. If it is counterfeit, it may not be. It may be pleasantly surprised. I'm not expecting a warranty card. It doesn't necessarily have to have a warranty card. It might have a warranty card from a country besides the United States. It theoretically could have a U.S. warranty card. It could be that. You know, it could be some different combinations of levels of goodness, you might say. But one of the levels is not acceptable. The level is not acceptable. Two of them, actually. It's a third-party unit in a Nikon box, or it's a counterfeit unit that looks to be Nikon but really isn't. So either of those is completely unacceptable. The first one would be a fraudulent seller. So the actual unit inside is, say, a Vertax or a Pixel Vertax, or the other brand that's out there, the Nike and the whatever others are out there, genuine third-party units that are non-Nikon, but they're plainly sold that way. And then you have the one that's, could be the genuine counterfeit that's totally unacceptable, is the has all Nikon, it's marked Nikon box and or the unit, and it is simply not. It's a flat-out imitation. It's a fake. It's a genuine fake. It's not third-party, non-OEM. That isn't fake. Some people say that, but it's not. Fake is genuine, like fake money, like your counterfeit currency. So this thing is pretty mangled up as far as the packaging, but so the hard box So basically the shelf box here had to take absorb all the energy of the transport from China, from Shenzhen. Okay. I note that with the genuine unit, the serial number range is at 212. That's a USA model. Now, I got a USA warranty card with this genuine MB-D12. I've already had it on my tripod mount here. So I see in the box here it does have a serial number like it's supposed to, 2047872. That is 2,047,872. This one's 2,125,876. So it's in sequence from the factory, going in pure sequence, it's something on the order of 70,000. This one's 70,000 units more recent, but they both are 7-digit numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, I'll just get a close-up of that. This by itself is unacceptable, getting the box like this. I'm going to go get the Nikon box. I'm going to show this. This is not the factory box. It has this, it should be a V cutout here. So hold on, this is live unedited video, just real-time unboxing, not real-time, but documenting unboxing. Okay, sorry for the delay, but it's all part of the documentation process. This is a very forensic documentary style thing. It's nothing to be, it's not going to be well edited or anything like that. So, comparing the two boxes first, looks like, labels there, MB-D12, there are 4 languages above that. Notice it has a different kind of style of barcoding. On the left is the one from China. Well, they're both from China manufacturer, but this is genuine Nikon on the right. UPC and the Jan date. This one doesn't have that. It has a serial number that's in sort of the range within the 2 million series at least. Right away, and the quality of the box is, yeah, this one's better. So, see on the bottom, that looks pretty close, but there is a difference. That's how good, good counterfeit versus bad counterfeit, how that goes. Here's the thing you see on a genuine. The box is cut out there. And that's true with a lot of Nikon's goodies. And there's also a box part number YG4271. That's either the box number or the artwork number. Some sort of number that identifies this box for Nikon. Here, no such number. I just guess that would be the case. And also the flap. See how the flap here is a fairly significant size V shape, slightly chevron shaped, and this is just a plain old straight across. So they're trying to duplicate the box. They do a okay job of it, but it's not that great of a job. It could, should be easier, better than that. So opening up compared to the one from the genuine, first thing is this is not inside a bag of its own, and neither does the battery tray have a bag of its own. I'll tell you right now, this one is Nikon MB-D12. It appears to have the right molded in the Nikon brand, made in China, just like the other genuine one. I'm going to get the one out, the genuine out, and compare them. This part may be more, pretty close. It may actually be genuine, that part. I don't know. But so it should be in a bag. The bag would be the pouch would be in its bag, and then in here, this should have been in a bag like this. This is genuine. This is from BH Photo. And just in case they're pretty similar, I want to keep them separate here. MB-D12, Nikon MB-D12, an MB-D12 made in China. The quality of the molding of those is better, but it looks like they've done a pretty decent job of replicating the, well, on the end, this one has the a very sort of a lightweight key that locks and unlocks it from the battery chain, the MB-D12 itself. This one is I almost think it's a metal key. It almost seems like it's metal. the texture up here versus there. That's so it looks like there's a difference in material between this and that, but it's close. I mean, if I wasn't looking for this, if I wasn't really going through this with a fine-tooth comb, I might say that, yeah, you know what, that's it's the genuine article. But now that I have a genuine to compare it to, it may be variations in the manufacturing process. It might be that, or it might be actual good counterfeiting. So I'm going to say it's sort of a bit inconclusive on this part, as far as if it's genuine or not. So I'm going to put the one this is the one that came out of the genuine. This is the one that came out of over here. And again, there was no plastic bag around this and no plastic bag around this, as it was with the genuine units. And every one you see on that's genuine being opened on the YouTube with you unboxings, they have that. Let's compare these two guys. So the one from New York, oh yeah. So the definite difference, you can see it, and that's not just light reflection, that's the actual difference in the lettering. The Nikon here, this plastic, whereas it goes, you can get a dull effect or not a dull effect. Turns out it turns black because the plastic it's molded into is different. A little bit different plastic. This one doesn't do that. It just sort of still stays grayish, you might say. So, but it's carefully. It's as far as the actual pouch, let's see, it's a semicircle. It's a circle. It follows a circular pattern here, versus an actual somewhat trapezoid. So, again, if you did not have a genuine unit to compare it side by side, you would not. It'd be highly unlikely you would see the difference. You would notice the difference, but there is the reflectivity of the shape and the reflectivity of this synthetic rubber part that says Nikon, that has Nikon and basically heat stamped in it, is different. There's no question about that. So again, that goes towards fake. Genuine goes back over here. This one has the battery holder in it, so I know it's not. I know which one's which. Documentation. Yeah, it looks like it's been subjected to some humidity, which wouldn't surprise because, yeah. So anyway, we got this MB-D12. I got this supposedly Nikon China warranty card. Now that could be a Nikon warranty card from China, or it could just be completely bogus. This I don't even pretend to read Chinese. So it's like it's part of the instruction sheet, quick start guide perhaps. The actual manual, and I go through page by page, but it looks like pretty good printing, but it could be that it's been photographically reproduced from an original. Let me get the original one out. And put that, pull that back together, and original manual. Yeah, I can tell which one's which by the condition. It looks pretty close. The paper here is more yellow. You can even see that in the video. It's a wider paper than, so this one's on an inferior paper. Copyright 2012 Nikon. See, I'm looking for little. When you photographically reproduce something with it's going to be letter perfect as far as the actual wording. So I'm saying that's just going to go up to it'd be without having like literally a currency expert analyze it, or somebody who knows that counterfeit printed material really well. that would be inconclusive. So warranty card, that goes back over on that side. This is a list of things, probably repair centers, yeah, which I didn't get with a genuine one, but the genuine one came with an errata sheet. Basically, they made a mistake in the manual, and it came with a sheet that explains that errata, and they tell the incorrect information and the correct. This one doesn't have that. And then the USA warranty card, the genuine USA Nikon warranty card, is of this form. It's if you get a camera, it used to be these things were rice paper, yellow, two pieces, yellow front part and then a carbon on the back. And now it's a more sturdy card, and this is the correct warranty card for this accessory. They don't normally print the serial number on accessories. I want to ask Nikon why not, but anyway, genuine. Okay, this is the next level down, is into the unit itself. And unlike the factory one, did not have a tape. It's a different pouch. You can see that this pouch is shaped, has an aspect ratio like that, and this pouch is quite a bit different pouch. It also has a printed inner bag. Let's see what this one has. No printing on the bag, so there's no like warnings, like safety warnings on the bag. It's just there is, well, take that back, there is, but it's not the same. It's, you see this one, the one that's genuine, Nikon. And again, these should have rolled off the factory with the relatively high volume units being sold. Have these clear, dark letters in multiple languages telling you don't let a child get this thing. And over here, you have, same sort of material, but you have this tiny orange print, and it's not the same. It isn't the same. So we have so far differences, except for that battery holder, the AA battery holder. It looks like okay, pretty, but everything else is there's a difference. There's a difference. This is the actual unit, and it is plastic. It is not the genuine thing. This is how you can tell one way too. This is classic when you hear on the internet, you spin. Nikon, it doesn't spin. As soon as if your finger's not dragging on this thing, it doesn't rotate. It doesn't have any the inertia of the rotating when you cut. It doesn't carry it through. It just immediately stops once your finger's off. This one, yeah. So we're starting to really see the differences in quality. It has the AF on is on the button. Let's go through the back. It looks similar, pretty close on the. There's that's this one, Nikon. It's a softer, it clicks, it has detents, they both have detents, but this one has that softer versus the more rattly, so you can hear that difference. On the end here, it looks pretty close. The dot so you have the reference dot on the unit itself. It's a little smaller on the Nikon unit. Let me get you where you can see that. Smaller on Nikon a bit, and then notice the dot, it's the same brightness of white on the actual switch. There's an L there, you can't see it, but there's an L right below the dot, this reference dot right now. And then when the unit's active and not locked, the dots line up. Notice on this one, the dot's like a gray dot. It's just simply not as bright, not quite as large either. So, yep, that is something. Now, a big, see, going around the unit, looks like it has a rubber, the rubber, you pull this off, we want to put the AC adapter in, that lets you put the cord of the AC adapter through a hole here to let you run the camera on AC power. Going Going around to the front, there is, it looks like there is a, it's workmanship. They got the rubber here is sticking up a little bit. There's that. Oh yeah, again, the definite difference in the sound of the wheel. This is softer, it has good detents, doesn't just spin freely, neither of them do, but this one makes the noise compared to the other one, so non-genuine. It does not have the silkscreen. It looks like they molded the word lock in there, just like the original, so they didn't try to go with just a silkscreen approach. Both have the word lock molded. Oh, here's a big difference. I think it looks like this pin on the top is, well, it's hard to tell if this, I think it is metal. I take that back. It looks like metal. That's certainly metal. The labeling made in China has all the detail labeling. It's a little bit less distinct print where it says KCC RE1-NKR, and that says the same thing, but when it says MB-D12, it's a little fainter print, but it's like, you again, without having one to compare it to, you would be hard pressed from memory trying to figure that thing out. Okay. The battery, this is the tray for the EN-EL15. And right here, it is, it does say MS-D12EN for the part number of the actual unit here. It looks like it is pretty, let me see, compare the weight. I believe both of these are, they are both plastic, but I want to double check that. So I'm going to make sure to keep the one on the left here is the genuine. And the one on the right is the one from China, or I'm sorry, the one from the eBay. And I'm going to look at these. I'm going to see, say push. The part number from this one is Nikon MS-D12EN, MS-D12EN, made in China. And again, the molding is probably difficult to see on the camera here, but the molding on the one on the genuine unit is a bit deeper, a bit more distinct. I'll put it that way. It just looks a little bit better. But I gotta say this: if these aren't the original units, the battery trays are pretty good copies. Looks like. Just looking here, that's why it's sort of a real time. Oh, there is this part here, this cover where this this latch pops up. There's a part here. The surface around there is a separate piece, it looks like. And it may be on this one too, but it doesn't appear to be a separate piece. So, yeah, it just may be a fit difference. So on this part here, it's going to be like the AA tray. It might be, you have the difference in the, oh, here we go. The difference in the shiny, see how the reflectivity of this one, this plastic versus this higher quality. I think this is actually metal. This one, this shiny one from the one from China is, it's enamel painted. It doesn't have the same texture. Certainly the dull texture of the Nikon. It's, yeah, you can see the orange peel paint, the orange peel effect from the painting process. Where on the Nikon one, it's just like a nice almost a nitride or whatever, what you call it, a chemical process made the color different. So, yeah, you have to look very, very close, but again, a difference that you wouldn't expect on a genuine Nikon unit. So that's genuine. Everything on the left's genuine. On the right's this thing. I'm going to see if this tray can fit into the one that came from eBay. Let's do this. Take this down. This is the genuine tray for the EN EL15 battery. Nope. No. See, close, but no. No, you'd have to force that. If you want to see that, let me get a light so you can see that. See that gap? That is not happening. So there's conclusively this is a fake. This is a counterfeit. It's a good one. You'd say, well, you know, just me, some Joe Blow that's doing visual examination. But if you didn't have I stress this, if you did not have a genuine unit to compare it to, you would be hard pressed to say anything about it bad. Yeah. See, it just doesn't fit. So what I'll do is I'm going to check to see if I'm going to grab the out of my genuine unit. I'm going to grab the AA holder and see if it has a similar issue. So this is my holder that goes with the when I know the genuine unit. I want to see as far as the material goes. That is a plastic walled interior. See by the molding, that's sort of the molding relief, so it's made, and I know the genuine Nikon one is magnesium, so I'm looking down in there, how that looks. So, let's see that's on that side, over here, yeah. See, on the wall there, you know, those where typical molding, injection molded stuff has those, I forget what they're called. They're like gates. It could be gates or not gates. It could be release pins or push off pins or whatever you want to call them. This doesn't have those. It's the interior of this has the same texture as the exterior. And that may not be easy to see, but it does. I'm going to pull it up to the camera here and maybe hopefully it'll autofocus. But see there's that circular casting thing there, a circle. But notice the wall has no features in it, holes, whereas this one does. And it's lighter. Let's compare the texture of these two materials. It does say Nikon. Yeah, it purports to be Nikon. Nikon Corporation, Japan, 7 to 12 volts, 2.5 amperes, MSD12, MB-D12. And this one says MB-D12, Nikon Corporation, same thing, same wording. But as far as the actual material, I gotta say it looks pretty close, although this is shinier, and the Nikon's a bit duller, and it looks like the texture is a little deeper on the fake one. The Nikon's a little more subtle and a little less slippery. Not that this is slippery in the sense it'll fall out of your hand, but it just has more of that silicone feel where you grab it, you sort of just tend to stay hold of it. So, but that's a big difference going back to the genuine unit having no indication that it's not plastic, so it doesn't need to have that plastic, what do you call it, artifact from the molding process. The other side doesn't have it either. This one, the other side does not have it, but that side does. And that side doesn't. I think they both have that, whatever that is, maybe some battery tray stop. Yeah. Yeah, so looks like a curve there. Let me see if that's a difference. Man, it's a good fake. It's a good one. I could see that people would get this thing and go, "Wow, you know what? This is the deal." If you didn't know what a real one was, I wouldn't either unless I ordered it from B&H, the real one. So, okay, fake. Again, the battery tray on this unit, let's see, this tray belongs to this one. It goes in just fine. Right, I'm going to try this battery. Now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to try this battery, fake battery tray in this unit, in my genuine. Oh, that's even worse than putting the genuine battery tray in the fake MB-D12. That doesn't even... You see the glossy paint on the latch knob. And all right, so this is going down as a fraud. I'm gonna. It's not gonna just be giving me my money back. I'll get my money back, but it's gonna be okay. eBay, you know, why are you letting people? They say they don't let people do this. We don't allow fakes. Well, we'll see what they do. Will they notify the other 23 people or whoever? Maybe some people bought more than one, but whoever bought the other 23, will they notify them of this issue, or will it just simply be, well, you know, this YouTube video will notify them, right? That's what it can be all about. So I know it's sort of a long video, it's, you know, but I think it's worth it to go through the detail. And again, so the battery, so if it's a genuine battery tray in the fake unit, that's what you get. And it still has that gap. I mean, you know, nope. And then you have the fake battery tray in the genuine unit. It's even, like I said, even worse. Shining that. So that doesn't even come. No, Nikon doesn't make crap like that. They don't. Their stuff works. It just works. Okay, no matter what else you think about Nikon, and everybody's got their problem with bad product, but their stuff just, I could buy a replacement one of these, and you can order MSD12, whatever, either with the EN or not, or they all fit. In fact, I got on order one that holds the EN18 battery. That's a special cap that has this shape on the end, and it allows you to connect to EN-EL18, and it's going to fit just perfect. You don't have to worry about that with genuine stuff, okay? We all sort of know that. And then, as I said, I'm going to put this back together again so I don't have a bunch of stuff moving around, moving parts. Put my battery back into so this is all genuine, back to what I had over there. And then this unit, we're going to try the, this is the AA, a genuine AA holder inside the fake unit.